Welcome to OurSeniors Radio, a nonprofit dedicated to honoring our seniors by providing relevant information on senior needs. From health, wellness, and lifestyle to residential, medical, and legal, just to name a few. Our seniors and their families are able to make educated decisions and live their best life. Find them online at OurSeniors.org as well. And yes, you can become one of our seniors. Welcome aboard.
Hey everyone, welcome to OurSeniors Radio. Thank you for joining us today. And I'm your host, Julian Cantillo, president and founder of OurSeniors Family. We really appreciate you joining us today. And as you know by now, we have a different guest every week. And we're excited this morning. We'll make a few announcements and then we'll get started. We have some upcoming Lunch and Learn events in the official spring edition, okay? By the time you listen to this show, the spring edition will be out, okay? And we have Lunch and Learn events, again, at Red Robin, okay? We're excited. It'll be noon to 2 p.m., and we're talking about the Red Robin at the Pavilion in Port Orange. The first one is May 22nd. Okay. It's on a Wednesday. And we're excited because we have the Seniors versus Crime program from the Florida Attorney General. And we're going to have two great speakers that represent Volusia County. Okay. And the title will be Losing Your Identity Late in Life with No Lifeguard on Duty. Oh, wow. That's going to be interesting, okay? Because we can all be victims here with all the fraud going on. So write that down, and you can reserve your space at 386-516-3969, extension 4. Then following that would be, again, Wednesday, June 26, 2024, again, noon to 2 p.m., and we'll be honored to have Sam Dunlop with us, okay? And it's going to be a look into diabetes management, which is very important with everything going on, okay? So please try your best to call ahead, or you can go online, visit our site, and just make your reservation online, okay? And we're excited because it's going to be really interesting and very educational for everybody in attendance, okay? And there'll be some little giveaways as well. So please try your best to join us. The new edition, just to let you know, we'll have coupons in there for Red Robin, Fifth Element, you name it, and very interesting articles. So I highly recommend you pick up a copy, okay? So with us this morning, we're excited because MetroHealth has a great team. And part of the team, and he'll tell us a little bit more of himself and his background and everything, is Sam Dunlop, okay? So we welcome you, sir. Welcome aboard.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Sam, people are curious. Tell us a little bit about your background, your credentials, where did you go to school? We're ready. Go ahead.
Sure. Great. Thank you. So, my name is Sam Dunlop. I am a nurse practitioner currently with MetroHealth. So I started my nursing career back in 2011. I graduated with my 2-year degree from Daytona State College. From that point, I did what most new nurses do. Went straight to the hospital and started working those long 12-hour shifts. After about 3-4 years or so, I slowly went back to school and began completing my bachelor's degree. I completed that from Jacksonville University in 2015, and then jumped straight on to the program over at the University of Florida, which was a doctorate degree. It's a terminal degree for nursing, a doctorate in nursing practice. So I jumped from the bachelor's straight to the doctorate degree, and I graduated with that in 2019. And just before that, for the 8 years that I was a registered nurse before graduation, as a nurse practitioner, I worked over in the local hospitals here. I was in primarily the cardiac intensive care unit, so I worked there for about 7-8 years, which I enjoyed. But at the end of the day, I felt like there was something more that I was missing, another piece of the career, and I was able to find that through nurse practitioning. So it's been great so far, and still have a long way to go for my career, but I've enjoyed it thus far.
Wow, that's exciting. That sounds like you spent a lot of time reading books and practicing, for sure.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I think after I graduated in 2019, I probably went a solid 6 months to a year before I would even pick up another book. You get burnt out so much with all the reading and the papers and writing that I had to take a little break, but that's gone now, and I enjoy reading again, so that's good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And by the way, just a quick question. While you were doing all that, any children, any extended family staying busy, that part too?
That's exactly it. Yeah. So I was married in 2010, so just before I graduated with my nursing degree. And over the next few years, we had 3 children total. So currently I've got 3 little ones at home, 12, 9, and 8 years old. So they're keeping us busy right now. And that, of course, adds a whole nother layer of chaos to the mix. Good chaos, of course, but it was busy.
Excellent, excellent. They do keep you busy. I had 3 girls myself, so trust me. That's part of the reason some of us have no hair.
That's exactly.
They take it away from you over time, okay? So take plenty of pictures while you still have some.
I'll enjoy it while I have it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And so you went, where are you originally from? Where did you live? Where did you go to school? You said DSC here for nursing, but where were you before?
Right. So I was actually born and raised here, born at Halifax Hospital. I've lived here my whole life. We grew up, I lived in one house my entire life on the same street, and then I was actually homeschooled for the majority of my elementary school, middle school, and most of high school. And then I went straight into Daytona State College, where I finished my high school degree and then jumped straight into the nursing.
Wow, that is amazing. What an opportunity to grow up in the town, and now you're here practicing in the same town. That is awesome. That's a great experience to share with us. And I think that's a great beginning. And we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
OurSeniors.net provides reliable and accurate information to serve the seniors of Florida. No matter what kind of assistance you need, from home repair to finances to buying or selling a home or considering assisted living, our team is here to help you. Our carefully chosen vendors meet our exceptionally high standards and adhere to the OurSeniors.net Code of Ethics. Want a magazine in your hands? Visit OurSeniors.net or call 386-516-3969.
Hello, everyone. We're back. Thank you for joining us again. And again, we are still here with Sam Dunlop, and we got a great intro and a little background on him. So, Sam, when you did all this, took all this experience in cardiac ICU, what prompted you to kind of take a little, turn in the medical industry?
Yeah, so like I said, I did work in the cardiac ICU for quite a few years, and I enjoyed it. However, I did feel there was something missing, and when I started to look further into it, look a little deeper, I realized that, when you're seeing patients in the hospital, you're seeing them at their worst, right? Their most critically ill times. And the goal there is to help nurse them back to health. You take care of them and you get them just healthy enough to get out of the hospital and get back home, not necessarily back to their baseline or their optimal health. And so I do enjoy that, and by all means that is essential to healthcare. But I felt like what I wanted to do was be able to get to know patients on a more personal level, get to interact with them and help them navigate their daily life. So I was able to, take a look around, and going through the schooling for nurse practitioner seemed to be the best route to do that. That way I'm able to still take care of patients. I can still change dressings and check blood pressures, but I'm able to now offer additional services and prescription medications, therapies, and things like that I would not otherwise be able to do.
Excellent. And just for the record, Sam does know how to draw blood as well. Okay, just for the record. Okay, I just won't disclose any more information on that, but he can go in and out really quick. Okay, but and what prompted you? Just curious, how did you run into MetroHealth? How did that whole relationship start?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty interesting story. So back when I was in my last year of my doctorate program at UF, so this would be about 2018, I needed to do 2 more rotations for clinical rotations. And so I was essentially cold calling offices around town and going down a list trying to find someone that I could work with, whether it be a physician or a nurse practitioner in a primary care setting. And I came across MetroHealth. Again, it was a cold call. They said, sure, come on in for a quick meet the doctor and we can go from there. I met Dr. Quanning and he agreed to take me on as a preceptorship for, initially it was about 3 to 4 months. That went well, so I was able to do another 3 to 4 months with him. So for a total of almost a year, I was with him while I was still in school, getting to work with him day in and day out. And that allowed me to see what he was offering and what MetroHealth was offering. We call it the MetroHealth experience. And once I was in with him for, just a few months, I knew this is what I wanted to be a part of, because again, it's going above and beyond. We see the patients, but it's getting into to know them on a more personal level, getting to help them navigate their daily life, ensure that their quality of life is optimal as possible. And so that was the intro, and I've been with him ever since, so coming up on 5-6 years now.
Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. And folks, we're going to get more information here in a minute, but please, if you want to just look around, check things out, they have 2 beautiful locations in Ormond Beach and Holly Hill. Highly recommend you give them a call, no obligation. This is coming from their CEO, okay? He basically put it out there. Hey, if you're looking for a primary, check us out. Ask us questions, walk around, check our places out, make sure that we're the right fit for you, okay? And that came directly from Dr. Quanning. And you can schedule a tour by calling 386-467-4430. Okay? No obligation. And the locations, again, are in Holly Hill and Ormond Beach. And we'll be right back and continue with Sam here shortly.
Did you know that MetroHealth clinics are dedicated primary care clinics for seniors? MetroHealth treats senior patients with state-of-the-art technology and old-fashioned listen to the patient understanding. Call us now for a no-obligation tour. Interview our staff, ask questions, and learn more about MetroHealth's team by calling 386-467-4430. We love and support OurSeniors Radio and Magazine. Yes, you can become one of our seniors.
Hey everyone, we're back. And Sam, we're continuing our interview here with you regarding your experience with MetroHealth, and you mentioned that you did your training and everything with Dr. Q, but tell us a little bit more about the overall MetroHealth, the vision, mission, etc.
Sure. So what we do at MetroHealth is what I like to call patient-centered, right? You might hear that term a lot, but we live it, we breathe it. That's all we do. And so starting first thing in the morning, we have our morning huddles. The huddles are centered around any activities we have going on that involve the patients, Did the schedule, is it balancing out? Do we make sure we have spaces for our walk-ins? Because that's one thing that we do, is we do encourage our patients, give us a call if you're not feeling well, or just walk in the doors. We have an open door policy at all of our offices. We do not turn patients away. If you feel you need to be seen, then we're going to see you. Our goal is to keep our patients at the center of everything that we do, whether it's implementing a new process in the front desk, or it's something as big as our brand new mobile clinic, which I know has been discussed here on the show previously. Our goal here is to make sure that our patients are taken care of in every way possible, whether that's their happiness, their health, or their safety.
Excellent. And what happens, because we've all experienced this, you have a primary care, everything's working out fine and everything, but then all of a sudden you have a oops moment or an emergency. And personally, I don't like to sit in an emergency room for hours. And let's say I call my primary, at 10 p.m. and, you'll have to call back during business hours, et cetera, et cetera. How do you folks handle that?
Yeah, so we have a great on-call service that we're able to offer. We close our doors around 5 p.m. The phones automatically go to our answering service. Once patients call with a urgent issue, it's going to get communicated directly to the provider on call. So, for example, in Volusia County, I'm on call about every other week right now. So 50% of the time, if you call with an issue, I'll be the one calling you back and talking to you. Otherwise, we've got a whole team at MetroHealth of physicians, PAs, and nurse practitioners who are all able to take your call. And with that, with the EHR system that we use, the health records, we all have our laptops with us at home. So if I'm on call, I'm bringing my laptop with me. So if I get a call on a patient and maybe you're new to the practice, or maybe you normally see another provider, well, I can pull up your chart and I can get all of the information, medications, allergies, your chronic health conditions. And that way I'm able to offer, essentially a full service. Of course, I can't visualize you and do a physical exam, but I'm able to discuss with you the symptoms, and we can come up with a quick plan of action to determine, okay, is this a true medical emergency? And yes, you do need to go to the hospital, or is this something that we can handle over the phone? Maybe a prescription, maybe you pulled your back out and you might need to go to the ER. Well, if a muscle relaxer is something that will help hold you off and then we can bring you into the practice the next morning, that's what we're here for. Whether it's 10 p.m., like you said, whether it's Christmas Eve, 4th of July, midnight, weekends, holidays, you name it, we're on call. And that's our goal here is, again, it's a continuity of care. That's important. Monday through Friday is great, but unfortunately, urgent health issues don't stop for the weekends and holidays. And during those times, that's what we're here for.
Excellent. That's a great point, because folks, you sometimes, and it doesn't matter, we're not trying to, comment on anybody's particular emergency room, but emergency rooms sometimes, especially during the holidays, can be packed. The waiting time can be huge, and just having that advantage of having someone call you right back who's a healthcare professional and has access to all your records, that is definitely a go, okay? Another question that came up was, and some of you, I have personally experienced it as a nurse, also taking care of patients. You set up a lab appointment, and all of a sudden, even with appointments, they have such a high volume. You get there, the waiting room is full, and the wait time can be 45 minutes, an hour. Sometimes when you try walk-ins, they'll accept it, they won't. Can you tell us, does MetroHealth offer the has the ability to actually do the blood draws at the locations?
So that is a great service that we are able to extend to our patients and our members. So for routine labs, even the majority of your annual lab work, which can be a little bit more of an extensive workup we do once a year on everybody, we can draw those in office, which, like you said, Julian, really does save countless times, sometimes hours even, of waiting. We're able to schedule you for an appointment, so you're able to come at your scheduled time. We'll get you in, we'll get you out pretty quickly. Once we have the labs drawn, we can then send them to the lab for processing, and then we get the copy of the results, just as if you had them drawn in the office. So that is something that we are able to offer both at the Ormond office, our Holly Hill office, and as well as the new mobile clinic.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, the new mobile clinic, which if you want to know more about it, okay, they're going to be featured in the new edition. There's in the news article that tells you all about the beautiful RV mobile clinic, okay, that you can schedule as well, because they have events, and you'll be able to come in and actually take a little tour of the mobile health clinic, okay? Highly recommend that you keep tabs on that. Follow us on Facebook, etc., so you can see upcoming events. I know there's going to be a huge event coming in May where it's going to be involving, the famous pickleball, you name it. So that's going to be really a hot ticket item. But regarding the overall, mission and vision, what is the goal here of MetroHealth with respect to the one-to-one care with the patients?
So in regards to the one-to-one care, with our healthcare model, which is the value-based healthcare, this allows us to spend more time with patients one-on-one. And in fact, it's a necessity for our model that we practice at MetroHealth, because in order to keep someone healthy and keep them out of the hospital, which is of course our goal as well as our members' goals, you have to know them, right? We have to get to know the patient. We have to get to know their caretakers at home, right? Do they have a spouse or children, or maybe a nurse or an aide, or maybe they live in an assisted living facility. We have to get to know all of the staff there as well, because just like when you see a primary care provider in their office, it's not just that one person giving you your medical care, right? There's a whole team behind that provider who's supporting them and supporting the patient. We have the nurses, we have referral coordinators, front desk, managers, everyone. And so just like on the business side of the medical office, it does take a team to take care of the patient. It takes a team to take care of patients at home sometimes. And so we definitely try to spend as much time as possible and definitely as much time as needed so that we're comfortable, our members are comfortable, and their family members are comfortable. We always encourage any family members who are able to come to the visits with them, and that way we're all on the same page. There's no question of, oh, what did they say? Or all questions can be answered and clarified. So leaving the exam room, everyone's on the same page. We all know the plan, the follow-up routine, and it works out better that way.
Excellent, excellent. And folks, there's been a lot of information, and there's more to come. So stay with us, and we'll be right back.
OurSeniors.org is the nonprofit 501c3 part of the Our Seniors organization. In 2021, OurSeniors.org was recognized by the Volusia Flagler County SCORE organization as the Nonprofit Client of the Year. Our vision is to provide immediate and continuing care and comfort to isolated seniors in need of human contact. Help us keep all of our resources like OurSeniors.net magazine, Our Seniors discounts, and OurSeniors Radio free for seniors by visiting OurSeniors.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back. And again, we're continuing with our guest today, Sam Dunlop. And Sam, tell us a little bit about, you've given us a great background on your particular personal background, everything in MetroHealth, but tell us a little bit, what is it that you like the most about working with MetroHealth?
So I think as a nurse practitioner working with MetroHealth, I mentioned earlier that when I was working as a nurse, you saw patients in the hospital critically ill, right? And so working in the outpatient primary care setting as a nurse practitioner, I'm working with patients on their daily lives, right? We're navigating simple, sometimes not so simple, everyday tasks, from headaches to stomach pains or chest pains, something along that. And so one of the most rewarding things for me anyways is that I'm able to help people on issues that might seem small to other people, but to them has a huge impact on their quality of living and their daily life. A great example comes to mind is someone who may come in with, let's say, back pain. The first thing out of their mouth is, well, my back's been hurting and it hurts almost every day. However, that's probably just due to my age. I'm getting older. Pain comes along with age. And as soon as I hear that, I stop them. And I say, there definitely could be some aches and pains as we age, but we need to dive a little deeper, take a closer look and see, is there something particularly causing the pain that we can correct or we could work with? After we do some evaluating and discussing, I may be able to offer them some therapies, maybe medication, physical therapy, or even some simple home remedies they could try at home that they didn't think of. Once we try a few therapies and they're able to come back, I can tell as soon as I walk in the door, you can see the look on their face, the relief of the pain that they've been able to experience. You ask them how they're doing. Oh, I'm doing so much better. It's great. I'm able to work in my garden. I went out with my friends, or I babysat the grandkids, and my back didn't hurt at all. And when I hear that statement, that I was able to have an impact on their quality of life, their daily living, that to me is why I went to school. That is the most rewarding aspect of what I do.
That is great. That's great. Thank you for sharing with us. And overall, how do you enjoy, your teammates, the staff that you have? Are you getting great feedback? How's that going?
Absolutely. So we do have an amazing team. I may be a little biased, but I do believe they are the best team that is in the business. And I can say that confidently, whether I'm here with you, whether I'm out speaking to some seniors in the community. And I know when I tell them, you call our office and you're going to be met with a smiling face, or walk into the office, I should say. When you call, you're going to be answered with a calm, a courteous, respectful front desk. They're able to direct you to wherever you might need to go, whether it's referrals, nursing, the provider, etc. They're able to direct you to where you need to be. Once you get to that next level, that person, again, we all have a baseline level of professionalism. It's a very, very caring team. And with that, we're able to provide comprehensive and competent care to all of our members.
Excellent. That is excellent. And folks, again, if you wish to set up just a tour, of their facilities and meet their doctors and team members, 386-467-4430. Sam, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor having you here. Keep up the great job. Any last-minute thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
Sure. Anytime, anyone who's willing, give us a call. Like you said, Julian, come on by, take a tour, interview us, get to know us, let us get to know you, and we'll be happy to help in any way we can. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And folks, we'll be back next week, okay? Keep an eye on it. Thank you again. Have a great one.
Thanks for listening to Our Seniors Radio. Don't forget to check out OurSeniors.net magazine and tune in every Saturday at 8 a.m. on WNDB. Help support the nonprofit, which is OurSeniors.org, or call 800-647-0868.